Muy buenas a todos y bien, ahora mismo, como veis, aquí estoy en Sisek, justo delante de del ascensor a la cubierta de atraque, que es nuestro siguiente destino. Y bueno, ahora mismo antes de ir a la Normandía, bueno, os voy a explicar dónde se consiguen estas armas y este equipo tan, digamos, chetado que llevo en todo el pelotón. Así que vamos a ir a hacer una visita a al que nos va a pasar todas las armaduras y esto. Ahí está el oficial de suministros, bien.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Así es.
Know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Well, this must be a mistake.
No, me da que no es un error.
Telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre?
Así es.
Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
No pasa nada.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Material exclusivo. Eso quiere decir caro, pero tremendamente efectivo. Como veis, aquí tenemos unas armaduras que están chetadísimas. Las mejores son estas que llevan este nombre, HMWSGX. Estas son las armas más chetadas que se puede haber, en serio. Como veis, hacen 336 de daño, puntería 86, rango de disparo creo que es. La verdad, como veis, son armas que cuestan muchísimo, pero que tienen... Es que son letales, en serio, mirad qué pedazo de armas que son letales. Y ahí yo, que no tengo espacio para más dinero, parece en la cartera. Bueno, vender no. Esto es la tienda, vale, mega protección X. Es que son... Joder, es un equipo brutal esto. Eso sí, podéis comprar cualquier cosa, pero yo recomiendo que si compráis armas para el pelotón que sean las que llevan este nombre, lo de, ya sabéis, la HMWSRX de este nombre. Y por lo demás, a ver, aquí en armaduras, un momento, ¿dónde está? Aquí, lo ligero humana, no. Tenemos que encontrar una que se llame Colossus. Bueno, aquí tenemos las licencias, que si las compramos, pues aumenta el stock que tiene, que tienen los vendedores. Vale. Y bueno, a ver, os voy a explicar en el pelotón, en el equipo. Pues bien, la mejor armadura que hay con diferencia es la que llevo yo en todos los personajes, que es la Colossus 7, que es una armadura que está muy bestia, en serio, son armaduras muy, pero que muy bestias, que te garantizan que casi no vas a palmarla nunca, y más si les equipas con mejoras, pero son unas armaduras muy, muy chetadas. Y bueno, una vez ya explicado esto y yo ya he hecho mis compras, así que vamos a continuar a la Normandía. Bueno, chicas, ¿vais a hablar algo?
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Vale, qué poca conversación estáis manteniendo, en serio. Pues nada, ¿qué se le va a hacer? Vale, parece que ya hemos llegado.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Eso no se lo cree nadie, en serio, debe de haber algo más.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Cuenta conmigo, Anderson, en serio.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Vale, a ver, ¿eso es todo o los segadores? Bueno, creo que voy a elegir ¿eso es todo?
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Empezaré por allí sin duda. Vamos a conocer a Liara Techoni. Ya sabéis, a Liara.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Qué pesadito es el Udine, en serio, es un coñazo este hombre, por favor, tendré cuidado, pero déjame en paz.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Anderson, ¿me puedes explicar por qué tengo que aguantar a ese imbécil?
Yes, Commander.
Bueno, primero, ¿estás bien?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city, mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Vale, ahora el cúmulo Artemis Tau, que es donde está Liara.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
De acuerdo. Y ahora Noveria.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
Noveria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
Vale, parece que nuestro nuevo cargo no es que sea muy popular en muchos sistemas, pero bueno. ¿Trabajaste con los espectros?
I want to know the truth about you and Saren. I want to know about the mission you were on together all those years ago.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Y algo salió mal, eso está claro.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes,
Hostia,
the final
500
death count was
personas.
over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Menuda cagada de misión. Pero bueno, a ver, te echaron la culpa, supongo.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent?
A su mejor agente, no hace falta porque a nosotros también nos han hecho lo mismo.
I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Nos vemos, Anderson. Ahora vamos a... bueno, a la Normandía, nuestra nueva nave. Entrar en la Normandía y ya está. Equipo de tierra, manteneos... Descontaminación en curso. Menudo escáner ahí.
Decontamination in progress.
No sé qué clase de contaminación puedo llevar, pero bueno. Que sí. Vale, ya está.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Esto no me lo pienso perder, vamos, no puedo mentirles.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Menudo discurso, en serio. Ha sido muy inspirador. Qué grande, Shepard. No les fallaré.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Más épico es imposible, joder, qué máquina. Vale. Eso sí que es un discurso, en serio. Bueno, ahora antes de... y bueno, de poner rumbo a cualquier sistema, vamos a hablar con nuestra tripulación, a ver.
Something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
En serio, estos tíos son la hostia. Qué grande, Joker. Solo quiero hablar.
I'd like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Joker, tranquilo, nunca lo he puesto en duda.
All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter.
Se
Even
hacen
with crutches
trizas.
and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack. It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
¿Cómo conseguiste ese apodo? Eso sí que me interesa ver.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I
La
like
verdad es que
to make
sí.
little children laugh.
Pero eso no es una respuesta.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Al final sí que se rió de todos, parece, ¿verdad? Ah, háblame de tu enfermedad.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb.
Ah, vale, podías ahorrarte eso.
My first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
Lo de cómo haces tu trabajo no es un poco fuerte, pero bueno.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though.
Supongo que al apuntar,
I can do
¿no?
my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually.
De acuerdo. Tranquilo, vale.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Ya, nos vemos. Tranquilo, sé que no te vas a levantar. A ver, a Presley ya hablaré con él más tarde. Primero me interesa saber la opinión de mis camaradas aquí, de mis compañeros. A ver, ¿dónde están Garrus y todos estos? Vale. ¿Pero dónde se han metido estos? Hombre, Kaidan.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Vale, parece que Kaidan no está muy hablador. Así que vamos a dejarle tranquilo y vamos a molestar a mis otros compañeros. Nada, otro ascensor, ¿vale? Sí, se hace muy entretenido los viajes en ascensor. Muy divertidos. De acuerdo, a ver, ahí está Brex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Oye, yo no te he dicho nada, venga.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me
¿Durante siglos?
Adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Bueno, yo no vivo siglos, pero te entiendo.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Eso está por ver, amigo mío. Eso está por ver, no es por nada. Ya verás cómo se pueden cambiar muchas cosas.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Vale, ahora vamos a hablar con Ashley.
Commander.
Vale, podemos hablar.
You have a few minutes to talk one-on-one.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Más tarde, todavía no te he dicho que no sepa, tranquilo.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Todavía se sigue culpando, es la hostia esta chica.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
La verdad es que eso sí que no lo puedo rebatir, en serio. Tienen una luz gigantesca en la cabeza. Eso no lo podemos decir nada.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Vale, es otra vez lo mismo. Ojalá hubiéramos salvado a tu unidad. No te culpes porque no podíamos hacer nada. Y vale, esto ya está. Vale, ahora Garrus, que está aquí al lado del Mako.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
No te arrepentirás, Garrus, créeme.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Bueno, eso depende. Recuerda que aquí el que manda soy yo.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to.
I understand, Commander.
Y bien, ahora que las cosas han quedado bastante claras, solo nos queda visitar a Tali. Pero bueno, aquí tenemos al oficial suministros de la Alianza.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you
Suministros, ahí como que no sabemos qué está ofreciendo.
Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Ahí está el pero de siempre, pagarte.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Bueno, esto sin más, las licencias y los productos, eso básicamente es parte del material que venden los distintos mercaderes o, digamos, los intermediarios, que básicamente mientras más licencias compremos, más armaduras y más cosas nos darán, obtendremos a la venta. Bueno, esto objeto único, pues claro que sí se compran. Todavía tengo una burrada de dinero. Y por lo demás ya está. Ahora vamos a hablar con Tali. Ahí está Tali. A ver, esto examinamos, ¿vale? Otra entrada del códice y aquí está Tali, a ver.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Eso fue hace 300 años. Una nave de 300 años no es tan obsoleta. No, claro que no.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work.
Más o menos bien.
We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
17 millones de Quarianos en la flotilla. 17 millones. Toma ya, sí que son pocos.
We have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
¿Como cuáles?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Menuda política, ¿no? Joder.
It would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Así que solo pueden tener un hijo.
We also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births
Así que si hay demasiados pocos Quarianos, se puede tener más de un hijo. Si no, solo uno.
Incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Dios, qué mal lo están pasando esta raza, en serio.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
¿Sois una democracia? Vale.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice,
En la práctica, vale. Después ya en la teoría es otra cosa.
tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives, but in theory we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board.
Así que si les da la gana a esos 5 miembros del almirantazgo, pueden decir no o sí, dependiendo de qué humor... Bueno, de si se levantan con el pie izquierdo, vale.
And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Me gustan las historias.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law.
Quizás llegamos a rozar los límites de la ley. Solo quizás.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence.
Me parece normal que empiecen a preguntar eso.
Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
No entiendo el por qué.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Y no me extraña, se defendieron, vamos, es que...
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war.
Una guerra que al final acabaron perdiendo bien.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out.
O quizá no habría ocurrido nada de esto. Es una teoría, vamos. Quizás si no los hubierais intentado eliminar no habría pasado nada de esto.
Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Ahí la opción chulesca, no a todos, vale.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the...
Y ahora el peregrinaje, a ver.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to...
A mí me parece una misión suicida, pero bueno.
...as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own...
Así que mientras más tripulantes, mayor rango, vale.
Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out.
Ya, nos dan lecciones, toma ya. Así que una lección es como, no sé. No creo que todas las lecciones te sirvan en la práctica, pero bueno.
Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift.
Casi todos, bien. Bueno, cambiemos de tema.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Vale, ya está. Adiós.
I should go.
See you later.
Bueno, hemos conocido ya un poco mejor a casi todos los miembros de la tripulación. Todavía nos quedan hablar con varios de los tripulantes, pero eso ya lo haré en el siguiente, así que espero que os haya gustado. Ya sabéis, continuamos en el siguiente vídeo conmigo mismo, ya sabéis, con mi Shepard, así que hasta la próxima. Adiós.